Hello, and welcome back. This is Originz, and today I'm in my creative world. La da da da. Not too much going on here. I'm starting to build quite a few things in it, though, so I am gaining quite a few things. But today I'm actually going to be working on some redstone. So I got everything I need right here. I actually wanted this to go like so. And so if I need something, I can just come in here and just right click like so. But I don't really need it. So throw that out, get this back. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a machine for my shop in ScullCraft. So my idea is you're going to walk into the shop, you're going to have to go up a couple floors. Unfortunately, I can't really do much other than that because I think I'll probably have to put a redstone underneath, which if I have to do that, I'm going to need space, so it might be back further than most shops. But anyways, it's going to be up in the air like so. But my plan is my shop is going to be like a little refueling station. Let's say you died in the nether, or you died anywhere really, and you don't have any materials, or you want to get some materials so that you can go back and get your stuff quick, and you just want everything to kind of be ready, and all you got to do is pay a little something. Well, what I'm going to have, I use iron blocks for example. I'm going to have, I'm not sure exactly on the layout, but I'm going to have on both sides of the shop, there'll be four things like this. This side will be armor, and this side will be like a sword, pick, blocks, and maybe something else, maybe like torches or something, I don't know. But anyways, what I want to have is I'm going to have protection 1 on all the armor, and like sharpness on the sword, and basically all level 1 enchants just on a bunch of iron stuff. And then I'm also going to have over here somewhere, not quite sure exactly on the layout like I said, but what I want to do is have like an extra where you could pay extra and get protection 4 or like protection 3 or sharpness 4, something like that. So I'm going to enchant a bunch of things and then put them all in here. And what's going to happen is, again, not quite sure on how I'm going to do this because I kind of have to figure out the redstone. But there will be dispensers somewhere here that will shoot out the necessary things. So what you do is you just come up probably like right here or something, dump whatever you want. Let's say I want diamonds. I'll be like maybe like a diamond for one of everything. So like 1 diamond for an enchanted helm, stuff like that. And basically once you throw the diamond in, it'll get sucked into a hopper. Hopper will take it, and it's going to go through some redstone, and then probably open up like a piston right here. So then the piston will move up or something, not quite sure, and it'll shoot out and give you the item depending on what you put in. Now I want to have different payment methods. I basically want emeralds and diamonds, I believe is what I'm going to be trading for. Maybe something else, maybe like saddles. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's probably what I'm going to have. So I'm going to get started working on that. I'm going to kind of get like a layout designed, and then once I have how I want it to look, I'm going to work on some redstone. So I'll be right back once I have that. Alright, back. Basically just put iron walls all the way along. It's 7 wide, that's how big the shops are. This is what I've come up with so far, but I have a feeling it will change. So basically I wanted to display like this, kind of with buttons right next to them. And I think I'll have to space the buttons out more or something. Maybe like put them along here. Like maybe one for this row, and then like one here, etc. But I realized, like as I was writing this sign, 1 diamond for everything. If you wanted to get everything, that'd be 10 diamonds, which is actually pretty expensive. Same with emeralds and saddles. I mean, kind of think this is maybe a little expensive for like if you just want to gear up quick, especially since it's only protection 1. And I'm not sure if I want to do like a full protection, like level 30 enchanted stuff. I may, but not quite sure. But I think what I'm going to do is actually move it over and maybe like clump it up, like for these 3 for a sword, pick, and I'm actually thinking about getting rid of bow, just because I know for a fact I don't have the arrows to keep up. The only way would be to put infinity bows in there, but infinity is such a hard enchant to get, and it really only comes from like level 20 plus, I think, which I really don't want to spend all that time trying to get a ton of infinity bows, so I'm probably going to get rid of that. But like I said, I'll probably clump these together, so I'll probably do like sword, pick, with maybe like cobblestone and torches. Maybe like all of that costs 2 diamonds, and then this entire side costs 3 diamonds maybe. I don't know though, because like if you just want a single item, like let's say you just want the beef or something, I'd have to set something else for that. I'm gonna have to do a bit of thinking and come up with something new, so I'll be right back. Alright, back here, kind of modified it a little bit. So now each button costs 1 diamond, 3 emeralds, or 1 saddle. I may actually change that, so like this would cost 3 diamonds. Maybe like, yeah, I'll probably like change this up anyway, so I'll get rid of that. But I got full protection 1 armor, so that will give you a helm, a chest, legs, and boots, all protection 1, so that'll give a little bit. This over here gives you a sharpness 1 sword, efficiency 1 pick, efficiency 1 shovel, and a power 1 bow. Now, this down here, you get 32 cooked beef, 64 cobble, 64 torches. I may change up the 1 fire resist for like 16 arrows or something. I don't know. But I might also get rid of the bow just because I don't have the arrows to supply for the moment. This is 1 ender chest, so that way you don't have to go out, grab ender pearls, get blaze rods, and the obsidian. So that it's just like a little thing if you just want a quick one and you don't have the obsidian. I'm going to go out and mine some. May actually buy some off of Callum since he has like 3 stacks. But now what I'm going to do is these dispensers. Yeah, actually, video settings, other. Is this where it is? Is the game's performance, quality? Nope, 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 nope. Details. Where is it? What I'm trying to find is to make it so that when I highlight over something, it shows above the XP bar, which I thought was in there. Maybe it's in controls. Nah, multiplayer. Snooper. I don't even know what that is. I guess it's got to be here, right? It's not in detail. Wait, hand item tooltips on. Block of iron. There we go. Okay, so now I got dispensers. So what I'm going to do is for armor. Well, I'm going to fill up the walls. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to do something like this. Like for the armor, it would be that. For the ender chest, Not quite sure. Let's see. 2 on that side and 2 away. Maybe something like that. So this would be armor. Let's see. I'll just do like armor, armor, tools, tools, supplies, supplies. And now I may have to space these out by 1 block gap. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to figure that out. And then this, kind of like the ender chest by itself. You know what? I may actually like move these all up 1 and fit like a 3rd row or something. So may do something like this. Then I could put maybe something like arrows, and I don't know. I'm going to have to, well, 1, figure out exactly how, or exactly what I want. So I do know for a fact I want the armor. Do know for a fact I want these tools like this. Actually, I don't know about the bow. I'm actually going to get rid of the bow just because, yeah. So no bow. So this will be tools. So there's only going to be 3 here. There'll be a 4th one just for balancing out sake, I think. And then for this one, yeah, I can just keep that with the fire resist, so that'll be there. And then for this, because I don't have ender pearls at the moment, and you know what? I may actually just get rid of this and put something like extra dimensional. Extra dimensional. I spelled that wrong. And then right here would be 8 obsidian, 8 mossy stone, and a couple other things not quite sure on yet, but probably do something just like that. So again, I'll be right back. I'm going to work a little bit on, I guess, the redstone, so I'll be right back. Alright, well this is getting quite a bit complicated and way over my head at the moment, but basically what I want is I'm working on the armor one right now. So there's only going to be 4 pieces, so 1 per dispenser, but kind of like this design came up with, probably out there already, but yeah, whatever, came up with it. I came up with it, it's mine. Okay, so there's going to be 4 dispensers here. So when you push this button, I'm going to try, hopefully. Let's see, I got to get another button here. This will be your yes button. So when you've chosen what you've wanted, you hit that to say yes, and that will basically, each one of these, let's see, that's on the bottom right there, so boom, boom. Alright, so that should only affect that, correct? What, did I miss it? Okay, yeah, so kind of what I want to have happen is that goes into there. We get redstone repeater there, there, and This has got to split and go off this way. And it's also got to split and go off this way. It's also got to split off and go down that way and down this way. And hopefully this works. When I have something like this, so when you push this button, this is going to be like the yes, like I've made my choices. I guess I don't need this row. So yes, I've made my choices. So until that, let's see what happens when I push this button. That should lock one of the repeaters. Which one does it lock though? Let's just get a button here. So all of these are locked. Oh, you know what? I have to invert this signal here. So now when you press that, See, the signal should not be able to go past. How am I going to do this? Maybe that doesn't need to be inverted. Let's see. Maybe it is that needs to be inverted. And then flipping that off. Oh, wrong one. So now when you choose this, oh, I don't have anything there. Will that work? Let's actually change this to 4. May have to make like a little bud switch or something, or not a bud switch, sorry, a T flip-flop. Yeah, I think that would work because that lock it so. Yeah, so if nothing's selected that way, so that's working like that. So if nothing's selected there, then that would work. Oh, all right, that's working, but I'll have to work on that, try and make that compact. Hopefully that'll work. But I think I'm starting to understand this. All right, so here's this. So the dispensers, let's say this would have helms in it, okay? So that would have helms, pants, breastplate, and boots. So here's the thing. Since that has 9 of each, when this gets powered, it would send all 4 into the hoppers, which would get sent into this dispenser. So now once they're sitting there, now I got to get a clock going. So once this activates, like basically once this line is able to pass through to here to activate that, it also passes down to a clock, which I can adjust. So if there's only 4 items, for example, only those 4, I should be able to adjust it so it only ticks like 4 times, and that would go into like a monostable circuit, which allows 4 ticks to pass through, which would get rid of all the items in the dispenser there. So that would shoot out all 4 right into there. And then for items like this, where there's 32, 64, 64, and 1, basically, this is going to be changed up. I'll have to move it probably further away than what this is. Let it clear. But the way I would have that is, like, the ones that have 64, that would probably be like these, or these two right here. And then I would have something like a, maybe like some extra, I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out, actually. That'll be another challenge, is to get that. But for these two, for the armor and for the tools, oh, by the way, I changed this up, so instead of a bow, it'll be an axe, shovel, pick, and a sword. And I'm probably also going to change this up so, like this, I'll probably have so that the boots have feather falling 4 and like protection 3 or something. I don't know. That's would be my guess, because then I can make it like an extra diamond's worth or something, and that way they'd be more inclined to use it, because otherwise it's just protection 1 armor, which is only 4 levels, and 24 iron, which isn't that bad. But if I have the higher protection and feather falling on it, they'd be more inclined to pay. Alright, so I'm going to get working on this. I'll have to move this out. I'll have to create a T flip-flop out of the button here. Or I could just make it a lever, which I believe that would work. So you say you want that, then that would allow the signal to go through. But I do like the button, so I may make a T flip-flop just to make it a little bit more complicated, more fun. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So basically, for each one of these, oh, I hope that doesn't power that block. Let's actually test that out. Let's get a lever out here to test this. There we go. Trying to get down here. Okay, so yeah, that turns that off, and it does not interact with this at all, I don't think. Ultimate test. Switch this to a lever. So you want both of those. Another one's on. Let's turn this back on, and still good. Okay. Yeah, so I'll work on that a little bit, and once I've made some more progress, I'll be back. Alrighty, we're back, and I've made a reset, and I've also made the yes. I've made it work for the bottom row here, so I'll show you that. So let's just hit the reset, and then let's say, actually, I'll be right back. Let me change one thing. Alrighty, back here, so let's hit the reset. Alright, so I forgot how to make fireworks, didn't feel like looking it up, so I have fire charges in the dispenser this way. Just a second. Give Mega Originz 137. Give 137. Let me just do this. Add a wait, no, let's see. Weather clear. And we'll just hit a button up to that. Alright. So I got what did I say? Fire charges in a dispenser this way, and fire charges in a dispenser that way. So we'll hit the reset. Let's hit yes. Nothing happened. Huh. Maybe because we didn't choose anything. Well, if we hit the reset below, let's say we want some of this. So we hit this. Now let's hit the reset, or not the reset, sorry, the yes. And there goes the fire charge. let's hit the reset. Let's choose this and this. 1, 2. Beautiful. Alright, now I'll show you what I've been doing. Okay, so I've only done the bottom layer, like I said. Here's, actually I'll do this first. Okay, so each line runs right here, goes into a monostable circuit, which pushes a piston, which has a redstone torch under it, which is keeping this lit right here. So what the monostable circuit does is it moves this iron block and keeps the iron block right here instead of right there. So it just does a little one tick pulse and doesn't bring it back. That would turn off the redstone right there, which right now, since it's powered, since it's in the off state, it's, well, the piston is not, the block is not extended. I'll also say that. So that since that's not extended, it's keeping this on, which is locking this repeater. Okay. When it's extended, when the button has been selected, then it turns this on, or I mean turns it off, sorry, and unlocks this repeater, which for the yes button goes right here, and I'll explain why I have a torch here. But that goes right into here, so when you hit yes, it allows it to send through. Okay, and then the reset, I needed this to be inverted, and it was messing with this up here, so I needed a redstone torch here because it was keeping this block powered. So now with the redstone torch, it doesn't. So that keeps this powered, which has just two torches on them. So when that gets powered, it just pulls the block back, or even if it's not back, it's a long enough delay so that the piston extends and drags the block back, whether it's attached or not. So then that locks that repeater and locks this repeater. And then when this repeater is not locked, the power is able to go through when you hit the yes, which sends a fire charge flying. But what I'm going to hook this up to eventually is this. Is this up here. And I'm also going to have to hook up to a clock for each one. So let's say that it is going to this one. This is the armor. There will be power going up to the armor, which just dispenses one of each of the armor pieces into the hoppers, which gets sent down into the dispenser, which, by the way, I'm going to have covered up. And then it's also going to go down here, go into a clock that only activates for as long as it needs to. So for only the 4 pieces, it only needs 4 ticks. So it's only going to be like a little 4-tick clock, hopefully, if I can manage that. Not quite sure how to do just a clock for 4 ticks. I'm going to have to work on that. But now I have a challenge of doing this up here. So this goes into another monostable circuit up here. And I got to get the reset up here as well. So this may change. Actually, it probably will change the design, because once I figure out how things work, I can kind of figure out better ways of placing it. But I think that's been quite the episode so far. I'm going to do some work on this off camera, hopefully get all the buttons working, and then probably for next episode, I'll be doing trying to find a way to hook this up to here so that it dispenses the right amount for each item. So I gotta this one's pretty easy for these two because there's only the 4 items, but then I gotta do this which has 3 different sets, so 32, 64, and 1. And then I gotta do this, which will probably only have these 3: blaze rods, mossy, and obsidian. And that's 8, so that shouldn't be too hard. The only one I'm worried about, again, is that one down there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm not the greatest at redstone. In fact, I'm pretty bad. I mean, like with this, for at least this bottom one, I could probably just move it down this way instead of it going out this way, and then this one I can bring out, or vice versa. This one I can just bring this way, and this one can go straight out like this. But I'm going to do some experimenting and give it my best. So, um, yeah, I'll call that an episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.